I just had my butts kicked. And yes, you heard that right, my butts. I was just out having a coffee with a dear friend, and I was sharing that I'm feeling indecisive and stuck between a number of different options, and I find myself not moving. And I was looking for him to help me with his very logical brain think about ways to move. And he listened to me for about 15 minutes. And then he said, I just hear a lot of buts. And I hear you say a lot of things that you want, and then they're immediately followed by but. And all of those buts are just negating what it is that you say that you want. And he said, I saw this podcast with a guy named Dr. Mike. It was on the Diary of a CEO. And they were talking about grief. And this guy was talking about losing his mother. And the question came up, how do you deal with grief? Like for those people that are struggling with grief or that feeling and experience of depression or feeling stuck. And the doctor paused for a second and he said, put on your shoes. And as soon as he said that, I found it super annoying because I know exactly what it is. That all of those buts are me keeping my socks on, not moving. And when I get rid of the buts, and that's exactly what he said you need to cut the buts out of your vocabulary, at least for a while, because it's clear that they've built up a nice wall as to why you're not moving and why you can't do the things that you say that you want to do. And that kicked my butts. And I could feel a whole lot of emotion coming up. And it just reminded me of so often what happens when I'm giving trainings and working one-on-one with clients for building up their confidence with speaking and communicating. And some of these issues, even for me, are around those realms of how do I want to communicate out what it is that I'm working on and what I'm doing. And I hear so many buts. But I'm soft-spoken, but I've just never been good at public speaking. But I get so nervous when I get up and to present. And the question is, how badly do we want what we say that we want? And are we willing to do the uncomfortable thing of putting on our shoes and lacing up? Because it's not about choosing the perfect first step. It is about choosing to take a step. So, I know I am. How are you going to kick your butts today?